Just want to let y'all know before this video gets going, Yard Mastery just got a delivery of 18-pound babies and our two most popular products, the Stress Blend and the Flagship. 6,000 square feet of coverage on the small bag, 15,000 on the big bag, offering you more options for those postage stamps. Now let's get into this week's video. What's up, y'all? I'm Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut, coming to you from my warehouse, which happens to look a lot like a Home Depot right now. But this is the start of a series on Milorganite and Milorganite fakes or Milorganite clones, because there have been so many popping up over the last few years. I figured I'd make some content on it. So in this first video, I am going to show you actually the quickest and easiest way to spot a Milorganite clone. And then as we move on, we're going to talk about some deep math and the value of Milorganite. And I did find some actual clones and fakes, and we're gonna dig into those and see how they stack up, not only with what's in the bag, but the cost and the value. So no doubt, if you've been anywhere online searching for lawn care or lawn care tips, you've heard about Milorganite. You've even probably seen videos, maybe ones that I made, about Milorganite, and you've seen that it's great for putting into a lawn. The thing is, it's become so popular that it is sold out all around the country. And so what I've seen happening over the last couple, 2-3 years is we have a lot of other companies coming out trying to capitalize on that, not only the success of Milorganite, the popularity of Milorganite, but also the fact that it's sold out. The thing about that is a lot of people don't even realize that Milorganite is a fertilizer. They actually think Milorganite is a thing. So instead of saying, I'm gonna go out and fertilize my lawn and I'm gonna use Milorganite as my fertilizer, they will say, I'm gonna go out and Milorganite my lawn. That's a great thing for Milorganite, but it's a terrible thing if you're gonna be a clone or a fake, because you can't actually use the name Milorganite on your bag. So you can't say, oh, it's time to Milorganite your lawn. Well, here is Milorganite. You can't say that. So this is part of what's going to be a little bit creative today, is we're going to look at some of the ways they're trying to get around that. But really what we're going to look at is there such a thing as an alternative to Milorganite that will perform the same and that has a similar cost point? So let's break into it. All right, so the first way to determine are we dealing with a fake or a clone is to turn the bag over. You're going to look for a box that looks like that, and it's called the guaranteed analysis. We'll talk about what that guaranteed analysis actually means, but what I'm looking for is here, the derived from, and you can see derived from biosolids. So what is in this bag are biosolids. Now there are a lot of different sources of fertilizer. There's a lot of what you might call synthetically derived fertilizers, like this one. This is a synthetic fertilizer that everybody's heard of, and by the way, a lot of people are scared of that. You shouldn't be. I'll show you why in a minute. So you can see the nutrients in this synthetic product derived from urea, potassium chloride, iron oxide, all these other things, right? That's what makes up the nutrients in here. So back to it, we see our derived from is only one thing, biosolids. So that's how we can spot fakes right away, is when we turn that bag over and we look at them, are they derived from biosolids? Quick word on biosolids and synthetics. Biosolids are considered to be a natural fertilizer source. Kind of like if I was to eat this broccoli, this is a natural way to get nutrients, right? Because that's a plant, that's a natural thing. And that's what Milorganite is in a sense. It's a natural form of nutrients. It's actually a waste stream product. It comes from Milwaukee, and I will link up there. I actually toured their plant if you want to check that out. But so think of Milorganite as the natural source of nutrients. Whereas that Scott's I showed you over there, there's no need to be scared of that. That's like taking a synthetic vitamin like this. How many of you take, I had to write on there so I don't forget when to take it, but yeah. But you guys, do you take vitamins? I'm sure most of you do, and you're not scared of them. So think of the synthetic fertilizers like that Scott's over there is like that, and this is Milorganite. Two quick notes we could go to further if you wanted to. This one is natural, this one is organic. Both are natural, but both are not organic. Milorganite is actually not organic, but it is natural. Again, that's for another post. Oh, one more. The best of both worlds, though, in my opinion, in fertilizer, is a hybrid. Some natural, some synthetic. Get a lot of horsepower, and you feed the microbes. So that's a whole nother video, too. Maybe you should subscribe. Hit the like button. Okay, so in my travels around locally, I was actually only able to find one fake. And when I say that, I mean one fake that I was able to spot using the method I taught you in this video. And it's this one. The reason this is a fake is because, obviously, look, Milorganite, they're trying to play on the name, which it's cute. Actually, I get it. And you're going to see when we flip the bag over, and we go to the guaranteed analysis, what you will see is that this is derived from feather meal, composted chicken manure, gypsum, there it is, dairy cow manure, some other stuff there. So this is not biosolids. And you'll also notice it's a little bit weak sauce. It's a 5% nitrogen, whereas Milo is 6%. The other thing real quick, there is no iron in this product. Milo's 2.5% iron, and iron turns lawns green. But here's where the real difference is, and we're gonna get into the math in the next video. But let me just tell you, and I'll put this up on the screen for those of you that are a little bit more advanced. Again, we'll get into this in the next video. But this product right here is gonna cost you $45.95 or $46. If you have a 5,000 square foot lawn, which is pretty average, $46 per application, because you're gonna need 2 bags of this. And that's gonna deliver 0.6 pounds of nitrogen. So just a little over a half a pound, which is fine. But remember, we get 3/4 of a pound here. Again, that's the next video. But the long and the short of it is 5,000 square foot lawn here, $36 versus 46. You get 3/4 of a pound of nitrogen versus just over half. So when it comes into that, it's good to know what the fake is, because the fake is not gonna deliver the same result, the same horsepower, the same oomph, the same punch as the Milo does. I will say though, I bet the marketing meetings these guys had were a lot of fun, because it does have cow manure, so you get it Milorganite, right? Plays on the word there. But there's also feather meal in here and chicken compost. So what, you guys didn't want to try Cluckanite or maybe Milorgachirp? I mean, Milorgachirp would have been cool, but. Okay, so now that you know if the derived from is not biosolids, you're not even looking at anything that is like Milorganite, at least as far as what's in the bag making up the nutrients. Doesn't mean you don't want to look at that fertilizer, just means it's not an actual Milorganite clone. It's probably a fake. But there's more we can learn. Let's find out what kind of value we're getting for the money, because the price of Milorganite's gone up and people... So let me bring this segment to a close by just saying, I'm using the word Milorganite clone, Milorganite fake. Those are not negative derogatory terms. All these fertilizers are fine. I just think it's kind of funny how some of them try to do some marketing and try to do that kind of stuff, and I'll talk about that. But the idea of this whole thing is to show you how to get the best value for your money by having a little bit more information, and that's what we're gonna cover in the next video. We're gonna go deep into Milorganite, and is it worth the money, and how much does Milorganite cost? Because believe it or not, people don't know. They just see the price of the bag, but they don't realize the true cost. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate that. Leave me any comments or questions that you have below, and I'll cover those on the podcast this week. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next segment.